Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lex if you are new here, and I have lost 185 pounds on Mounjaro, Zepbound, tirzepatide, same medication, different brand name. In today's video, we're going to talk about how Mounjaro changed my life after losing 185 pounds. My starting weight was 365 pounds. My current weight is 180 pounds, and I have lost a total of 185 pounds. I am 5'4", even. Losing 185 pounds didn't just change my body, it changed every part of my life. Here's the truth that nobody really talks about. When I was 365 pounds, everybody used to say, "You look good, you look great, you carry your weight very well, you don't look sloppy, you are very proportionate." Nobody ever said, "You're eating too much, you look unhealthy, you need to get that in check, you need to control your emotions, you need to figure out what's going on deep down inside, you need to control your hormones, you need to go to the doctor, you might need medication to assist your weight loss. I see that you're in the gym, but I'm noticing that you're not losing any weight. Maybe you should take a trip to the doctor, get your labs done, and maybe there's something going on within that you might be able to fix because you're getting bigger and bigger. You're not getting any younger, and don't you want to be here when your kids are born? Don't you want to see your kids grow up, graduate high school, get married, have kids of their own? You don't think you should lose a couple pounds? Maybe try to get a little healthier, get in a gym, try to eat a little cleaner. If that doesn't work for you, maybe talk to your doctor about maybe getting on a medication that might be able to assist you in your weight loss journey. Nobody ever said those things. Nobody, because nobody ever wants to see you doing better than them. They want to see you doing okay, but never better than them. So if you're unhealthy, overweight, morbidly obese, as long as you're not doing better than them, as long as you're not looking better than them, as long as is the key quote, key word here, as long as. And that's never okay. Keep the people that are as long as people as far away from you. When I was almost 400 pounds, I could walk, but barely. Like, I wasn't disabled, I wasn't limping, but it was a struggle, and I was putting on a very good show. I could barely walk across the parking lot without being out of breath. I could not run. I could barely walk out. Simple task. When I say simple task were taking me out, okay? Sometimes a task as simple as eating, okay? That's a problem. I was never able to go into the mall and buy a cute outfit. Let's not even say a cute outfit. I could never go into the mall and be like, "Oh my God, I have to go to such and such. This is so last minute. I need an outfit. Let me run to the mall and get something cute." No, I could not do that. I was wearing sweatpants, joggers, leggings, anything comfortable, nothing too tight, anything comfortable for me to just kind of like, well, guess that's what I'm wearing. I lived in yoga pants and a hoodie. Lived in, to the point where I have hoodies now that are a size 4X that I wear as dresses, okay babe? It was affecting my life so bad, and it's like, people never want to see you doing better than them. There's no reason why the people around me simply allowed me to continue on like that. There's no reason. And again, the compliments were, "You carry your weight so well, you look so good, you have a pretty face." I've never doubted that my face card doesn't decline. I've never doubted it. Never doubted it. But the fact that I wasn't healthy was a problem. It should have been a problem for everybody around me. But especially for the friends that I had at the time, as long as I'm not getting more attention than them, me being overweight and morbidly obese was no problem to them. Because the men, yeah, they would come over, but they wanted to speak with them. They wanted to take them on dates. They wanted to entertain them. So yeah, she's fun to be around. Personality is T, because I'm the same person I've always been. I've always had such a big personality. I've always been the light of the group. I've always just been unapologetically me. Didn't matter how much the scale said. I've always been unapologetically me. But people want to see you doing good, but never better than them. I've always been confident. But when I tell you losing 185 pounds built my inside self-esteem, because at almost 400 pounds, couldn't nobody tell me nothing, okay? You could not tell me anything. If there was a man out there that I wanted, I had him. There was never a time that because I was almost 400 pounds, did my weight ever stop me from having the person I wanted. Never, okay? Never. But what I will say is losing my first 100 pounds awoke something within me. It brought that dog out in me. So if y'all thought I was a problem before, baby. If y'all thought I was a problem before, baby. Doing the inner work and having a beautiful spirit inside and out. Oh, you can't tell that person anything. And that's what it was for me. My confidence was already showing on the outside, but I needed to prove to myself that, baby, you are it. You are that girl. You are her. Everything that you want to be, everything that you see, that you aspire to be, the future you, that is you. That is inside of you. You come from greatness. You come from greatness. You come from the queen herself. You have it in you. You've always had it in you. But I needed to prove to myself that I had it in me. And contrary to popular belief, it was never about no man. It was never about heartbreak. It was always about me. It was always me against me. Always me against me. I was my biggest critique. I am my biggest problem. I want to always be better than I was yesterday. That is a downfall for me. I always want to do better. I always want to be better. I always want to grind harder. So the fact that I was going to the gym and I could not lose any weight, I'm going to the gym. I'm damn near starving myself. I'm like, what is going on? I'm not losing any weight. I'm drinking the water. I was going so hard in the gym that I should have lost 10 pounds the first week. I didn't lose any weight. And at that point, I was genuinely getting concerned. But for me personally, I had other health issues and other ailments that were working against me. That Mounjaro, Zep Balancer, Zepatide puts aside, takes care of, handles that, lock and key. Throw away the key, actually, matter of fact. And help me. It helped me lose weight. It helped me maintain my weight. It helped me be a healthier version of me for my future husband, for my future kids, for my future me. I want to be here for me in the future. Screw the husband, screw the kid. I want to be here for me in the future. If I'm really sitting here being honest and vulnerable and open with you guys, I want to be here for me in the future. And if it wasn't for me taking that first leap and having that first health scare, babes, I don't think I would have ever gotten here. Or maybe it was always in God's plan because I am one of God's children. Maybe it would have happened a different way, but I was always going to get here, regardless of who said, who did, or how it went down. I was always going to be here because I was destined for this. My life journey, my life's plan was already written in stone. My book is already written. It's already written. Can't nobody stop what God has for me. And honestly and truly, I want you guys to take that with you along your journey. It doesn't matter what the naysayers say, what the haters say, what your cousin, sister, brother, what this person said who tried it and it failed them. Maybe the medication didn't fail them. Maybe they failed them. But guess what? You're not going to fail you. You are going to take charge. You're going to strap in, buckle up, because it's going to get a little sticky. It's going to get a little bumpy. Okay? Put the seatbelt. It's going to get a little bumpy. But make sure you are ready mentally, physically, and emotionally for the ride. It's not going to be a straight line. It's going to be zigzags, turns, upside downs. You might go backwards. It might spin. You might get stuck. But you're going to make it to the end. I promise you. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. You're going to make it to the end. I promise you. Look at me. Am I not cute? Am I not cute? You're going to make it to the end. It's all about you and what it means to you. Honestly and truly, me losing the weight, it meant for me getting me back. It meant being who I always thought I was. I always thought I looked like this. I always thought this was my body. I never looked at me on the inside looking out and was like, she looks big. I honestly and truly, when I saw the photos from my before, I'm like, oh my God. Like, honestly and truly, I was disgusted. Like, how could y'all let me get so big? Nobody ever said anything. And it was just like, well, I didn't want to be mean. And I didn't want to, and it's like, huh? I was physically not okay. I remember one time where I came to North Carolina to visit my dad, and we went to Toyama. If you know what Toyama is, okay? We went to Toyama. I don't remember why we had to walk across the parking lot, but we walked across the parking lot to go get something. When I tell you, it was like across the parking lot, but up a little hill, like just a little bit. Okay, we were going from point A to point B. And I was like, my dad looked at me and he said, are you okay? And I was like, huh? And he was like, you can't breathe. It was at that moment that it clicked for me. Baby, you need to do something about this. You actually need to do something about this. You actually need to get this in check. You actually need to figure this out. And at that point in time, I was going to be 30 soon. When I decided to take my life into my own hands and have control over my life and my future in God's favor for me, oh, that's when you couldn't tell me nothing. Game over. Game over. Okay? Straight game over. There's no playing checkers. I'm playing chess. And I have an end goal. I absolutely have an end goal. For me, my end goal is to maintain my weight loss. And that is after children. That is through heartbreak, headache, grief, trials, tribulation. I don't want to be an emotional eater anymore. I don't want to be a stress eater anymore. I don't want to be a bored eater anymore. I want to be I'm eating to survive. I'm eating to be healthy. I'm eating to maintain my weight. I'm eating okay. That's okay. We don't want to be eating because something's wrong. We don't want to do that. If I'm being honest with myself, my mental health was so bad. If I sit down and think 5, 6, 7, even 8 years back, my mental health was so unhealthy. I don't know if I actually would have made it to 30 had I had not made the decision 6 months prior to change my life. I honestly think that I saw where my life was heading and I was like, you know what? God, let's take control, because I couldn't have done this without God. That's first and foremost. But God, go ahead and grab me, because it's not looking too good. And between God and myself, we came up with the game plan. And between God, myself, and Mounjaro, Zep, baby, we did that. I could not have done it without, first and foremost, God. Second, my primary care doctor. I don't know if my primary doctor is going to see this video, but I could have not done it without him. And when I first moved to North Carolina, I took it upon myself. I said, hey, I want a black male doctor. One that is going to listen to me. One who is going to advocate for me. And one who is going to get the job done. And he delivered. To my primary care doctor, thank you. Honestly and truly, I'm not gonna lie, it's not been all rainbows and butterflies and weight loss. It has not at all. I've had some trials and tribulations along my journey, but nothing that I could not get through, nothing that I could not handle. As far as side effects, I did have every side effect listed on the website except the sulfur burps. But honestly and truly, I do personally feel like the side effects are self-induced, okay? If you have a headache, you're dehydrated. If you're nauseous, you either didn't eat at all and you need to eat, or you overate, or you had something greasy or too sugary and sweet, okay? If you are constipated, constipation is the #1 side effect for these medications. If you are constipated, I recommend that you ask your doctor for a prescription of Linzess, okay? You might need a prior authorization, but go ahead and go through with it. That will be your best friend, okay? Linzess, Linzess. If you're watching this video and you have started Linzess because of my recommendation, please let the girls know in the comments. The girls, the guys, the gays, everybody. Please let them know in the comments that it has, I don't even need to say. Tell them what it's done for you. Like, just leave your testimony in the comments if you've asked your doctor for it, gotten it, taken it, and let us know what your results have been. I do want to say, results can vary. Take at your own risk. And also remember, follow the directions. Do as I say, not as I do. I know a lot of you guys that are starting the medication are having some doubts and some fears, or some of you guys that have been on the medication for a long time and are now in maintenance. You guys also have, we all share the same fears and doubts. Me personally, some of mine are if I get off this medication, am I going to gain the weight back? That 100% is a fear for me. And that is something that almost caused me to not start the medication, because I'm like, if I start taking the medication and there's a chance I could gain the weight back, I don't want that to happen. No. And guess what? Who said we have to stop taking the medication? Who said we had to stop? Who said that? I didn't hear that. No, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. That's not what they said. For me personally, I do plan to stay on the medication long term. One day, if God sees fit, I'll come off, but that day is not today. If the day does come where I need to come off the medication, I will do whatever it takes to keep the weight off, and I will work as hard as I can in the best of my ability to keep the weight off and maintain it. As far as going to the gym, eating, you know, accordingly, drinking a gallon of water, I will personally make sure okay, I will personally make sure I do not gain the weight back. I really just want to come on here and say, if I can lose 185 pounds, you can too. It is hard. It is trying. It is telling. But only the strongest survive. This here is not about motivation. This here is not about anything other than discipline. You have to be disciplined on this medication. You do. You can treat yourself. You can enjoy a little bit. Just don't overindulge. It is okay to enjoy cravings. Just don't overindulge. But again, you do have to have discipline and self-control. So that this video doesn't get too long, let's go ahead and wrap it up. If you guys want a part 2, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for any type of Mounjaro, Zepbound, tirzepatide updates. And also, comment down below where you guys are in your journey. Let me know if you just started, if you're thinking about started. If you've already started, let me know what your starting weight and your current weight is. Let me know what your goal weight is, preferably. Don't forget to include your height. Also, so that people can find their Mounjaro, Zepbound, GLP-1 twins in the comments. And let's be here to support each other. Let's be here open arms, because like I always say, this is a safe space for me and for you. So again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, don't miss me too much. Bye. Mwah!